Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, y'all. Welcome. It is time after close to a 2-month hiatus. DreamLeague Dota 2 returns live here at DreamHack, Atlanta, Georgia, the world's largest electronic festival where gaming enthusiasts and esports competitors come from all over to compete it out. Hi, I'm Dakota Cox. I'm going to be your host this weekend for Dota 2 Adventure. But don't worry, if you're looking for your normal meme league faces, they are certainly still here. That is right. I have, as my co-pilot joining me and the rest of the gang, we have Slacks,
Hello.
we have Odie Pixel, and we have Fogged, the usual DreamLeague crew. Slacks, thank you so much for reminding me. We're here at Atlanta, Georgia, the Peach City. The Peach State?
The Peach everything. City, state, country, Peachland, USA.
So what is it? What is it about the peaches?
I don't know. Is there some reason?
Fog knows.
They grow them.
He's done his research.
I looked up a couple things. I'm not sure what's true and what's false, though. So you know,
hit us up,
keep
Fog.
it to us. I heard there's maybe some. Hello, by the way. Good to see you, Dakota.
It's an absolute pleasure, gentlemen. We've been going through rehearsals. We've been stoked and ready, so I'm sorry if I didn't get all the formalities out there. I think we're just ready for some Dota, but
I agree.
Fill us in about some peach love in here with the Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, I heard a couple things. I heard there was the rumors from historians say that
Rumors.
it was named something. It was called like the pitch
historians.
tree state or something. Pitch tree from
Pitch tree?
Yeah, from when there was like Native Americans and stuff like that, and it was incorporated into peach because it was pitch tree. But they don't know for sure. That's historians assume.
I'm not very good at stories.
So maybe
No,
like
if they're
translation.
making up
Rumors.
stories and rumors, those are terrible historians.
Well,
I
apparently,
tried looking stuff up.
I thought it was all about that, you know, that peach lady, the rumps.
all right.
They got hot chicks. Peaches.
This is what we're in for at DreamLeague here. Slacks, man who doesn't get to see ladies very often, and we don't
I've
get to
heard
see
rumors of women. Sorry. Go
peaches. Are apparently hard enough that we couldn't even get any.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
producer was not able to get hold of some, so we settled with peach candies and grits. That's what it's all
Grits.
about. Part of the delicacy here. We got to go out last night and have a little bit of some Georgian delicacies. Is it Georgian? Is that what you call a Georgian individual?
I do think so. Yeah.
Went to the Waffle House.
We did.
Hell yeah, boy.
It's good.
It was awesome. It was
right.
homely. Got some quality cheesesteak hash browns.
Oh,
Jake got a steak.
I
Steak?
did get a steak. They sell a T-bone for $11. Sounds risky,
He didn't care.
and I didn't care. I ate it. Now, a lot of the DreamLeague people
Okay.
out there, you know, they're Swedish, they're Euros. They don't know the joys of a $11 Waffle House steak. I tell you guys, definitely not the riskiest thing I've ever eaten. Loved it.
Feeling good today, though? It's digested?
I'm around. You know, the worms are working their way through the body. Everything's good.
All right. That's why it
Great
looks
weight
so good.
loss.
Nice
Thank-
and slim.
Great weight loss from the worms. So, yeah,
Nice.
hungry little guys.
So more about stepping away from the food and let's center around DreamLeague itself a bit. Gentlemen, remember this was a long league event that you were certainly a part of. I stopped in, I mean, briefly last season, but here we are, down to 4 teams. But talk a bit about the adventures of DreamLeague in comparison to like some of the other events. It's on the 7th season now, but it always feels so different than what we see across all the other Dota 2 events. What
is
makes DreamLeague so special?
You know, we have our hominess. We have us. You know,
We
you
do,
come in, it's
yeah.
us like hanging out. We just you feel like a family, kind of like coming in. You're like, oh, look at Slacks. You know, like,
Oh.
he's my friend, right? And it's like, no,
Hey.
he's not really, but you know,
Okay.
he's
well,
friends with everybody. So you kind of feel like that
I
nice
thought we
little
were
vibe
friends.
coming off. And then you also have these teams. They're competing, but also they're not just competing for the grand prize at the end. They get $1,000 per game, so they have an incentive like every single time. So it's it's got a kind of different feel for them. It's cool.
So what do you think about the approach? Do you think the teams take that kind of similar approach to DreamLeague as well, OD? I mean, I'm not saying they don't want to try hard when
No,
they're
no,
at
no, of course
DreamLeague,
not.
but what do you think?
I mean, there's still a lot of money on the line. I think
Yep.
first place is $85,000, and that, as you mentioned, is on top of the money that they've already managed to build up from playing for the group stages here at DreamLeague. But no, I definitely think as well as taking it seriously still, they do definitely try out stuff in DreamLeague, especially as we've seen on the online qualifiers on the group stage. We saw stuff coming out that I don't think teams maybe would have tried at other LANs and such. Now we're here in Atlanta for the LAN.
Yep.
I don't know if that kind of feeling's going to change, if we're still going to get some fun stuff coming out from the teams, or if indeed we're going to see kind of very, very meta picks. But even saying that, very meta picks is... We're kind of in a funny bit at the moment in Dota. You know,
We
teams
are.
are doing everything. So
It is.
I think whatever happens, we're going to have some fun here.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's something we are going to be diving into more of as we know TI's around the corner, and for some of these teams, they might be prepping for that. For some of these teams, they're not, so we don't know what they're going to be bringing to the showcase, but we are transplanting DreamLeague and its safe haven from Sweden out here to America. Odie, you've been to the States a couple of times. You know, obviously, Fog, you're from here, but you guys got to get real hands-on with Atlanta. I would love to see what your interpretation is of it, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome, Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Atlanta is known for the Olympics, Fog. 1996, they had it here, and underneath us are the names of everyone that took part. Really? Yep, all 10,322 participants. And Kanye West, born here in Atlanta. And boasting the largest aquarium in the world. Home of the world's most popular soda. It's the birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement. They've got a Ferris wheel too. And most importantly, hosting the DreamLeague Finals. Why is there plastic on it?
Guys, that was remarkable work right there. I've learned so much about Atlanta already. I'm glad I didn't have to do too much research ahead of time. Now I know. Popular for the Olympics 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Soda's pretty good.
That was 20 years ago, in 1996.
That's right.
Well, 21 years ago.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, that was.
Over 20
It
years
was
ago.
6 years
What were you doing in 96?
before you were born, I think, right?
What about you? What was happening in 96?
96.
Slacks in 96.
Woo! Just recently come off my grand Pokemon Snap victory, you know.
Oof.
Had a lot of ladies, had a lot of prestige out there. Thinking about retiring, but I kept
Then it went downhill.
Oh, this is when you wrote that essay and you were trying to,
right.
tried to submit it, and yeah, we've all heard
That's
that
right.
story.
Blockbuster, near champion. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for teaching us so much about Georgia. Fog, I gotta
you.
say, big fan of the outfit. I like it
Yeah.
casual.
Did you like
I like
it?
the sweatpants. It's hype. It's hot as hell here, so that's true comfort.
It was warm walking around out there. Perspiration was happening.
Fog's got like the two zones, you know, it's similar to me as well. You got the chill sweatpants, and then you just got, you know, then you got to dress up. You go a little bit more full out. You look damn good on this panel right now.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much again for your insight to Atlanta. Let's get back at it. We have 4 teams remaining from that league play, and I want to ask you guys, were these the 4 expected teams? As you can see on the screen, here's our bracket for this event. We have Liquid, we have Vega, and then we have Secret, and we have Planet Odd. Some of these teams are highly touted. They looked impressive throughout their league play. Some of them managed to creep in there. What do you guys think? We'll start with you, Fogged, over on the end. These 4 teams remaining. Expected?
Well, yeah, I think like Liquid and Secret were the big ones that stood out for the Europe division, and then everybody else was looking at VP because they've been, you know, outstanding pretty much the entire year. But they kind of fell short, and Vega was the ones who took it from them. VP dropped some like unfortunate games, like one game to Empire that like kind of like knocked them out of the chance to come here. But yeah, we get to see Vega come through, and I think we'll probably see them bring some good action. And then of course Planet Odd coming through the NA division, they were definitely the shining stars through that one. They cruised their way through pretty easily.
It was easy for them. Yeah. And I think as well, yeah, Vega and Odd, even though obviously these are teams we're not going to see at TI, they're going to be very interesting to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see a lot of fun from these teams, 2 teams, I feel. Especially going off what we saw back in the league play. I think Vega, you know, we kind of talk about how we expected VP to get there instead of Vega, but when you consider the games, you know, Vega, they didn't scrape their way through, I didn't feel. Their victories were very convincing. They played really, really nicely. And
yeah.
It's a team that, you know, recently in other lands, you don't really get to see a lot of Vega squad.
Yeah.
So,
I think
very
like,
interesting to
since
watch
then we saw them once briefly at Star Ladder in China a bit.
Yes.
But, you know, even then we weren't sure what to expect from them. They even came with an attitude of, we don't know what's going to happen kind of a thing. So I'm curious. That was like a month or so ago. Things might have changed for them since then. But
Don't go me crazy here.
Okay.
But I do have a comment. Now, I know a lot of people are interested in Secret. A lot of people are interested in Liquid because these are TI boys.
These are big boys, yeah.
Sorry to break the 4th wall here, audience, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. These guys are going to be playing some standard stuff. They don't want to give away too much. It's still an important tournament. So the teams to watch this time are Odd and Vega. These guys need this win. They're going to go crazy. They're going to bring out all the stuff. So if I'm going to be paying attention to anybody, Odd and Vega boys. Right. Screw the other
Vega
2.
boys.
I disagree.
Okay. Well,
I kindly disagree. Your comment is
sure.
something else. All right. Well, you don't have to stand up here and listen to him much longer, guys. We're, in fact, going to start preparing for our headline matchup, our first matchup of today. So what we're going to do now is do a bit of a change-up. We'll send you 2 off to the caster panel, and we'll be back with some fresh faces. I hope everybody enjoyed their mini dance break right there. DreamLeague seriously has like the best, like. Oh
yeah.
Let's get into it. All right, so we're back. We got Slack still co-pilot by my side, but we got some new guys here joining us. We got Cap and we got Ben.
Hey.
Dota Masterminds professionals here. Ben, I got to start with you first. Welcome to. Come on, guys. I'm trying to help. All right, you know, TI's coming up.
Yes, we know everything.
Welcome home, Ben. Atlanta, Georgia. This is where you're from. This is
Born
your
and raised, man.
This is your stomping grounds, man. You live like not that far from here either. How's it feel to be here?
Everyone
for
thinks
Dota
it's weird that I'm from Georgia. They're like, what? Where? Who? What? You're from there? No one expects
Yeah, you don't have much of an accent.
And not much of a southern draw coming out from you.
I did used to say y'all a lot.
Yeah?
I got made fun of pretty hard for that in college.
Oh.
But 18 years? That's pretty normal.
So you used to come to peer pressure, Ben? You of all people?
it was just weird. People were like, what'd you just say? It was inefficient, okay?
It was
To
inefficient.
explain
Y'all
myself
isn't,
every
no,
single
is it
time.
you all?
Yeah,
y'all?
but when you have to explain it,
Oh, okay.
it doesn't very well. Yeah.
I got you.
I find that talking with a little bit of a southern drawl makes people like you a lot more. You could get away with saying a lot more messed up stuff.
You sound friendlier.
Right, like bless your heart. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say like.
That's the most
Yeah,
passive aggressive.
I wouldn't mind seeing you die. Bless your heart.
Bless your You know, you try to be great analysts. Bless your heart, guys. You're really doing your best. Y'all doing your best. Anyway.
Y'all doing what you can right there. Final thing I'll say, is it weird at all to have Dota in the backyard? Do you have any like friends from growing up come
do you have
by
any
visiting,
friends?
seeing you, or anything like that?
Not really any of my friends.
No,
but
not really my friends.
No, they're not my friends.
My MMR's too high. I don't have any friends here.
Fair enough. I know we have a crowd
Bless
out there
your
represented a bit
Bless your heart, you know.
for Georgia. Oh my goodness. So guys, let's go ahead and break down things a little bit further here. Our starting matchup. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind getting your impression about the 4 teams that do remain, guys. Of course, as already touted, we have Secret Liquid looking like the big boys on the block, and then you have Odd and Vega. So what do you think about this 4-team mix that we got right before TI?
It's certainly a very interesting divide. 2 teams heading to TI probably don't want to, reveal anything, let's say, but they probably do want to at least play well here. They probably look at it as just a bit of a warm-up going into TI. And the other 2 teams, that's a little bit more of a question mark, right? Is like, do they want to be able to prove themselves by winning this tournament?
Kidding me?
Or
let me remind you of last season. Y'all might not remember last season, y'all. There was a little team called Team Liquid. Only person that didn't make it to the Boston Major. Everyone was like, oh, you know what they did? They buckled their asses down for DreamLeague. They played out of their minds and destroyed. These 2 teams need something to prove.
So you're saying that, like, this is their step towards TI8?
Yes.
They're like,
they're saving
like,
strats.
if we can win this Dream League, we're sticking together for another year, boys.
Listen, TI7,
There's no points,
we
though.
all know the prize pool is going to be bigger for TI8. Saving strats for a year later.
Okay, in that case, Slacks, bless your heart. Give me your analysis on the fact that Resolution is currently streaming on stage in his warm-up.
He's streaming?
Yes.
That's what we call interacting with the fan base, dummy. I just tweeted before I came on here. Am I a bad analyst? No. That's called building fans.
Okay.
All right, you're really trying to hard sell Planet Odd right here, okay?
Hard sell.
I want to know, based on their league play that I know you were there for, front row seat, how and that was when they were the Thunderbirds. Let's remember that, gentlemen. They were not the awesome Planet Odd.
Yeah, which has a great Planet Odd.
Can we remind like how awesome of a team logo they have for themselves? So much improved from Thunderbirds. But based on the Thunderbirds league play to now, what do you think of as they've evolved as a team, Slacks?
Well, I mean, they played a lot against NA, and and they are pretty much one of the best NA squads out there. At least they steamrolled through NA pretty seamlessly. So,
would you say they're top 3?
I'd say they got a great early game.
Top
probably
4.
one of the best early games in Dota. So, anyway.
Well, on that note, I can help you right there. Speaking of top 3s, we actually have Planet Odd's top 3 moments from their league run. Let's check it out.
Gianna doesn't mess around, drops the remnants.
gets the kill. Weehaw stepping forward, but again, it's a little bit of a bait in return. Really nicely done there by King RD and C4T as they turn around with the Frostbite.
The side
blade actually gets the kill on Adriano, and in fact now it is going to be the turnaround. Thunderbirds pick up a double, but yeah, some great angling there from Weehaw, getting that side blade connection through.
As soon as he gets that blink, that's go time. Bring down pretty much anybody quite easily. Punka still not level 6 either, and it looks like they're going to be able to spot him out. The Torrent is there, making able to isolate Misery.
Actually, I'm going to be fighting into an Eclipse here from Yawar as they'll head down. The Wyvern ult comes out, those Saxers there with the backup along with the rest of Thunderbirds. They may have lost Misery, but they've already taken down to Weehaw. The Meepa being kept alive there by the Cold Embrace from Saxa. Resolution charges up to the high ground, looking for Yawar. Will find him. It's a full team wipe. Freedom
oh
hit
my
the
goodness.
ground. He's going to head up to the high ground here, and reaction is coming out from the side of Complexity, and in fact, Moon could be punished for this. They're going to snowball straight down into the river, looking to chase him down, Misery. They procs the passive with the totem. A little stun, enough to stop Complexity being able to finish off the kill onto the Batrider. He has trapped Zifreak here. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Weehaw can certainly manage to really keep up pressure around the map. Again, Misery, just with his little plays.
There we see Planet Odd crushing their way through the NA division to secure their spot here at the Dream League playoffs right now. So gentlemen, let's talk them a little bit further about Planet Odd a bit as individuals, how we know them as a team coming up to this point, and then we'll talk about what the hell they're going to be doing here at the tournament and possibly even moving forward. This team is comprised of a lot of different crafty, wildly veterans, so it's hard to kind of point out who the face of Planet Odd might be, but I wouldn't mind getting each of your opinions on who you think standouts are for the team.
Misery.
Wait, you
great,
just...
great
Is that the
standout.
only name that you knew on the team, so you just wanted to call it first?
No. I think he's definitely, look at him. That's a man. That's a captain. He's going to put on his headphones, and he's getting ready for war. That's
good
double
call, by
headphones.
the way, on the headphones. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your standout player right there. Your most grizzled vet. The man where I think a lot of their strats come from. He's been
Not
on
Resolution. I mean, Resolution has repeatedly been one of the best carries across the world. Like, when in his first iteration of Resolution in CIS, he was looked at as probably one of the top 3 carries, and then he ends up, from a mid position, right? And then he ends up coming to NA and, like, basically changing everything, right? Aborting the whole CIS region, restarting his whole entire career. Safe laner turns into one of the best carries in the world, right? So I think that Resolution for me is easily the standout player from this squad. I think he just consistently puts in a big part of Planet Odd's success.
What about this guy, Ben? Looks like he's put on a little bit of facial hair. Looks like he's feeling pretty laxed. He was one of the original 8K, 9K players. Now 10K is the new thing. Where's on the spectrum of core potential now in the Dota scene? Is he up there with some of the best? Has he still trying to find his footing once again?
He used to be one of the best. Not so much anymore. Yeah.
God damn.
He fell off.
Is that a victim of this is not his meta, this is not his patch, or just keeping up with tempo on other players?
Nobody knows.
I think it's a combination.
Okay.
I think if I look at Weehaw, I think he's more of a laning focus mid player. Would you agree, Ben? So if I was say from a 1v1 aspect,
I suppose, but he still gets crushed in the laning phase right now.
Right now, but that's the point, right? Is that mid isn't a 1v1 oftentimes. Mid is all about rotations from supports, and I think he's just been pretty slow to adapt to that kind of style.
Back to your earlier question, though, I like Saxa a lot. I think Saxa is...
He's like that silent killer for the team, but as a support killer,
I think he's one of the most solid support players, and I think he's... I don't know, I wouldn't say better than Misery, but he has maybe more of a future. He has less experience, so maybe he has more drive, I would say, than some of the other players on the team.
All right, well, in the other corner of the ring, if you will, we have Team Secret. This team obviously going to be heading off to TI. They're looking like one of the favorites for this particular tournament. Now, what are they bringing into action here? What about their league play, Slacks? I talked to you about Planet Ogden, their league showing. You were there.
Yep,
Secret,
I was there.
I imagine we're pretty dominant in their league showing, but how are they as a team from back then to now?
Absolutely. They were extremely dominant, and a lot of that based on the new members, too. I mean, Yapsor was an incredible breakout in this season that we had. The Rubik plays, the Earthshaker plays. If he did well, you knew the game was just going to be over. So that's not to say the rest of the team wasn't doing fantastic, but, man, they really just showed their strength in this one, and it was really how they built that team foundation, which got them to TI.
And actually, we do have a top 5 of Secret during their league play to give you an example of what Slacks is talking about.
And there's an MP. We've given you the space.
They're going for him. They're smoked up again.
Yeah, if they get him.
They got him.
Oh, have they though? Has he got a? He's got illusion now, hasn't he? Or did they get the illusion killed? No, the illusion's. Oh no.
Oh, no, actually,
back
wow.
into the rest of Secret. In fact, Kuzu there with the hook shot, the Sonic Wave onto 2. Secret coming big. Does get the blink off just in time. Can he play his way out of this? He's got the Blade Fury. He should be fine.
Secondary
The bash. Is it going to be enough? Turns around, telekinesis onto the 3-man stunner with the stolen charge. Yapsor's out of there. So now we're seeing Secret chasing. Oh, the stolen vacuum there from Yapsor, grabbing 3, holding the Spirit Breaker back. Puppy survives, and they'll just turn and beat into the Spirit Breaker. But again, just these sweet little plays, keeping his team alive and allowing them to turn around each and every time. Midwood actually taking a few races to the face there, has to back off, and GH keeps himself alive, but Kezu comes in with a 2-man crush. GH surged away, but it's not enough. GH is out and down, looking for the angle, goes in onto the Darks here.
3-man crush.
But Kezu cancels the Requiem. Matuma Man hazed up. Miracle still trying to get the Requiem out, but they've lost 3 on Liquid. Kuroki being looked toward. MP is ready to dive in Kezu, he's going to be ready to jump in and make another crush play occur. Ultra kill for MP. Falling very, very low. Ramsey's heading forward, but immediately Yapsor's there with the stolen Fiend Strip. Kezu comes in on the backlines with the hook shot, gets 2 of them stuck in the cogs. The melee racks are gone. Yapsor plays forward
Requiem.
with the telekinesis, and he's got it, Yapsor. They form forward from an MP, and they'll take that. They'll be able to burst down the Bane, and they'll just tap it out. It's all too much. Ramses with some Blade Fury upon Blade Fury action as Yapsor, he's actually going to be able to keep himself safe here. Holds back the Jug, Jug's down. It's all over. If they can find an opening, Afterlife will be surrounded. They'll get the bash into the stun. Kezu with the lockdown, and Yapsor again coming through. He's found 2. Oh, man. Secret. They're going to move forward for another if they can. Silent will glimpse back the tree, and there's going to be a reaction from Shoma. Looking for Puppy. Puppy, can he get his way out of this? Yap, not quite level 6. He'll actually turn. He's going to kill the Disruptor. Yapsor's going to get another kill out of this one. As he takes Disruptor down, he'll steal the Dragon Slave. He can turn around and nuke him down.
He's got a lift
He throws it straight back, picks up another, drags G in towards the town with a Fade Bolt, brings him. Yapsor survives. Oh my God, Yapsor.
That was the top 5 of Secret's run through Dream League Season 7. Almost feels like the Yapsor show, like you were talking about, Slacks.
Told you.
But Cap, you know, like we were saying about Planet Odd, who are the other signature standouts for this team? It's another hugely popular team of a bunch of veterans and then maybe some quiet killers.
Yeah, I think if you want to look at this squad, everyone's going to turn towards Yapsor as probably being one of the best players there. But I actually want to point out Kezu. I think that Kezu has actually had a tremendous amount of improvement, even over the last 3 months. I would say, like, just say 3 or 4 months ago, I think he was a middling offlaner. You know, he wasn't really, like, he didn't really stand out that much. His performances weren't amazing, nor were they particularly lackluster. So I thought he was just kind of like, okay, he's just a solid performer. But ever since then, I think he's actually turned into, in my opinion, like a top 8 offlaner. I think he's improved tremendously. Apparently, his knowledge and communication is really good about the game. You very rarely, I've studied him a lot in the laning phase, and compared to other offlaners, he makes very few mistakes when when it comes to the laning phase. So I like that a lot. I think he's just like this rock from the off lane position that they can, as long as they get him a decent hero that is going to be able to, you know, just kind of do certain things in the lane, he's always going to be able to come into the mid game with a tremendous impact. Man, it's crazy to see where Kezu has come from. I want to say that one of the only times I came out to DreamLeague was when he was on Escape, and it was during one of those finals. And this is a kid who came as one of the late transitioners from Han, you know, and he just adapted so fast, and he continues to improve like you're talking about. It's quite incredible to see. I first met him when he was 6K. I met him when I was playing in Europe, and you know, I immediately liked him. He was a really nice guy, very humble, great communication, and he just seemed like he really wanted to learn. And next thing you know, he was 7K. He's almost 8K now. Like, he just puts in the work, and he wants to be one of the best. And I think very rapidly he's getting there. Like, TI here, it could be his outstanding performance that puts him in the top 3 offlaners of the world. It's scary to see him in a position where he has people he really enjoys to work with. The way that him and like Yapsor are jokingly all the time. We saw him at the summit. They're just having a good time. So you could see that reflect in their play. But let's talk a bit about the head-to-head here, Ben. It's a matchup of Odd versus Secret now. Motives are going to be a bit unclear, but most people are looking at this matchup that Odd are going to be underdogs, right?
I think they have the widest variance here. However, if you're Secret, what do you actually do as your game plan? Do you like sandbag a little bit with your best heroes? Do you go in with some weird heroes like, we're actually not going to pick those? Are they going to be red herrings?
Well, maybe these teams gave each other a bit of impression on what to bring, as we do have a bit of a face-to-face to see these teams match up against each other.
The fact that we have nothing to lose, probably we'll just play our game and see how long it takes us. We're gonna win. You're gonna win. Yeah.
I mean, I expect us to win, obviously, but at the same time, I don't know how we're going to approach this tournament. So we'll have to figure that out. Strength. We have a 10K player. Base cleared.
So there you see literally the face-to-face matchup of Misery and Yapsor. I think Misery broke first. It looked like there was a quick cut, but I think he was the one to shake first. So therefore, I think Secret might get this, guys.
Yeah, I mean, Yapsor, I mean, how could you possibly sit across from him and try and be serious? That guy is always happy and jolly, and he's going to make you laugh, so.
That's part of being a champion, is crushing the jolly, laughing guy, all right? This is about victory, capitalist. We ain't got time to be nice to people. Merlini knows. You know how many analysts he's crushed to get here?
No, he's the OG. He's like literally one of the OG analysts, so I don't think he's had to crush too many people.
So there were a lot of Merlinis back in the day, and he's the last one, and that was not a joke.
I had to take him down.
Yeah. Anyway. Two Titans, terrifying Titans.
Terrifying Titans.
Yeah.
I do want to say also for those of you watching, of course, shout outs to everyone from Twitch and company for hanging out with us, but you also get to participate on the tournament action. You have your say in who you feel was the MVP of each of these games. You are going to be able to, of course, do those fun little exclamation part keywords to be able to say who you feel the MVP is. The votes do begin once the game does start, and then we'll announce those MVPs at the end, and we'll tell you if you were wrong or not. Probably wrong, but we'll tell you how, you know, what we felt at least about your opinion on the matter.
Is we okay? I saw that he had a black and white photograph. Did he die or what's going on?
He totally changed.
He's facial hair. Just like
this is like his rebirth.
Damn.